Hello and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I have a lovely little die set from scrapbook.com, and this one is called DIY Pockets Scalloped Hearts, and there are 2 pieces in it. I've already just put a little bit of magnet sheet on there to hold them because the sticky piece is in below, and that's just the way I like to store mine, but that doesn't actually come with the die set. Anyway, I bought this a little while ago and I have cut out loads and loads of little hearts and been playing with them and really enjoyed it. I just didn't have time to make a video, but I'm just taking time this morning because I do want to share this. It's really, really beautiful. So you can see here that we've got 2 hearts, and then this is a little piece that makes the pocket on both of them, and this is a little tab that turns over. So I've taken some card and I've cut it out here. I've cut both of them out, and this is the way they look when you get them cut out. So all you need to do is burnish this little score line, fold it over and burnish it, and then do the same with this one, and you've got a lovely little heart with a little pocket. Now obviously this is a double-sided card. It's the same colour on each side, but if you had something that was only one colour and you wanted the inside with a pattern on it, all you have to do is recut that heart and glue it on, and it's really, really beautiful. There's lots of different ways you can use this. Here's the small one as well, but I've had a little play and I think you're going to enjoy it. So stay tuned, and don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, you might like more of this type of thing, and hopefully you'll come back again and see some more. So subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like, and if you do like it, give me a big thumbs up at the end and leave me a little comment. My affiliate links to this as well will be down below, and any other products that I use, just if you're interested. If not, just enjoy, watch along, and you never know, you might get some ideas for making something of your own. For my first card then with this, I've taken an A6 card blank, and I've used the fuchsia pink card that I already had shown you there that I've cut the little hearts out in, and I've cut a little panel with my Tim Holtz decal edge trimmer, so you can see that that's just got a little distressed edge around it there. And then I've taken some paper to match that and cut a smaller panel. Now the paper is quite old. It's a Kaisercraft 6.5 inch paper pad, but I think something with a really small pattern like that just works, and it would be lovely no matter what paper you used, I think anyway. I've taken another piece of paper from that same pad, and I've used scrapbook.com's little, it's actually rather big, isn't it, buffalo check die, and I've cut that out and then I've trimmed it off, and you can see the little pattern on the paper there. It works really, really well just to put that on top there. And I'm going to go ahead and glue those down first, and then I'll come back and add the rest on in a minute or 2. Now I've got the bigger heart cut, and I'm just going to glue this little pocket over here. So just glue on the little tab there and fold that over, and there's your lovely little pocket to go right on there. Now inside that paper pad that I was using, I'll just show you it here actually, because there it is. There's lots of little bits and pieces, but I'm quite sure you could cut out a little tag or something of your own. But I've got this one that was in there. I cut it out and I put a little piece of ribbon on it, and it says, "Of all the gifts life could send, the best is knowing you are my friend." Because I think hearts are not necessarily just for Valentine's Day. If you just want to tell someone how much they mean to you, a little heart is really, really beautiful and a lovely way to do that. So first of all, I'm going to pop that in there just to see what it looks like, and then I've taken the smaller little heart, so that's this one, and I placed that on top of some card, and it wasn't even the full piece to cut this out as well. I just set it on, and there's a little bit extra, and I'm going to trim that off right up there like that, and I've done the same on another piece here and right up there, so I don't need those pieces. And these are just 2 other lovely little hearts to go in here, and see what that looks like. And I'm going to go ahead, I just wanted to see how it would look before I attach it. There we are. Now I've also cut out a lovely little bit of lace here, just a little bit of lace ribbon, and I wasn't too sure whether I was going to put that on or whether I should put a little bit of this border, but I think that is a lovely feel on it. So I'm glad now that I hadn't stuck the heart down, because this means that I can tuck that round in each side there, and it's really, really neat. So let's go ahead and glue that down. just to keep that in place, then I've put some double-sided tape on the back there, and it holds that up, and then I can go ahead and glue this, but that holds the ribbon in place just while the glue below it's drying. And it's just a quicker way of getting all that held down, and then I'm going to pop it on there just to add a little angle. Oh. Now just to tie all of this together, I always like to sort of bring the patterns together a little bit. So we've got this in the background, and then I've got it here, and I want to bring a little bit of it to the foreground. So I have fussy cut a tiny little floral spray. It's very, very tiny, and I'm just going to pop that on there. And one last little thing, a tiny gem. There we are. It has self-adhesive backing on it, but I always like to add a little bit of glue as well. And I'm going to pop that right there. And that's it. I've got another card here, and again it's an A6, and I have cut some olive green card and then another beautiful little piece of paper from the paper pack, and I'm just gluing one on top of the other there, and I'm using the big heart yet again, but in a slightly different way this time. And you can see there that there was a little pattern, and I've just added it at the bottom. If you don't have a pattern on your card, you could fussy cut a little piece of something off and just glue it down there as well. That would be rather nice. Now I have taken some of the gorgeous floral paper, and I've cut it out with this lovely heart shape, and instead of folding it over this way so that the pattern is here, I'm actually keeping this as the background of the heart and folding the white piece over, and I'm going to glue that in behind, and it's really, really pretty. It's really, really gorgeous actually. And then I've cut out the same shape again, but I have cut off the heart this time. I've just cut off part of it, and I've made myself the little scallop part. So I'll show you here actually what I've done. I have just cut this with a piece of the heart at the back and the little tab, and I'm going to fold these over, but burnish them first. Keep the edges really, really crisp, just like that. And then I'm going to slip that on over here, but I want to move it down just slightly so you get a little peep of the part above there, and then I'm going to glue that on at the back. Might need to cut a little bit more of this off, but there we are. That's better. Now you can see there that I haven't glued this part on. I've just glued it at the back there where you can't see it. So that means that we actually have two little pockets this time. You can have a pocket here and a pocket here. I had some beautiful ribbon there with a tiny little heart on it, and this is from my stash. I've had it for a little while as well, but I'm going to glue this on here in exactly the same way as I did on the last card. I think that really lends itself to having a lovely bit of ribbon across there. And then when I do that, it's ready to go onto the card. I've also got another piece of that ribbon, and I just want to make a little tag, a little piece to put on the top there. So all I'm going to do is fold it over like this, two edges over, just like a little collar really, and then hold those together, pop some more glue down here, and put that in behind there. Wouldn't that make a lovely little gift tag all on its own? It doesn't even need to go on a card. That's so, so pretty. There we are. And now I'm going to glue this directly onto the card front. Now I've got two little tags, and again this one says friendship isn't one big thing, it's a million little things. And isn't that true? So that's going to go in there, and then this little one here says best friends forever, and that can go in there just to show that there's actually two pockets in that. And then I've taken this beautiful big border die. This is one of scrapbook.com's slimline dies, and I've cut out the same pattern again here in that, and I actually want this to go right out to the edge of the card, not just on that middle panel. So I'm going to glue it on just evenly there, and then I can see that that green ends up in the middle of that heart. So I'm going to glue that on and then trim this off right down the edge of the card. And there's another really quick card. So another A6 card this time, and this time in landscape orientation, and more paper from that same paper pad with some olive green behind it, and I'm going to layer that on and glue it to the card front there, and I'm going to add this little strip along the bottom and just trim that then, and then I'll be able to go ahead with my little hearts. I thought it'd be lovely to have a kind of deeper pocket on it, so I've cut the large heart out twice, and you can see here, instead of folding the pocket over, I've actually folded the pocket in half so that the little tab is here, but this part is directly in half. And then I've done the same with the green one here, and then I can glue this tab onto here and this tab onto here, and I have a lovely deep pocket. That one can go in behind, it doesn't actually matter, but this one has got to go into the back of that so that you don't see it from the front. You don't really want that on there. Now I've actually put a little bit of hook and loop fastening on there, so one on each side, just a tiny bit on one side, and I want to leave this one open so that you actually know that that is a pocket, but otherwise it would just pop right open on the card. Then I can go ahead and glue that one down. Now I've got a little heart cut again, and I didn't take the whole pocket this time again, and I'm just going to trim that right up there, and then that can go on here, and a lovely little sentiment right across that. So if you don't have a little sentiment like this, you could make a little die cut sentiment or a stamped sentiment or something like that just across the center, but I think it really needs those little flowers on there just to bring it all together. So if you haven't got something similar to that, I would think about fussy cutting something, maybe just the way that I did for this other little card here, and maybe add it on to the little sentiment there. But there's not an awful lot on that card, but I think it's really lovely. Then you can pop a little heart or whatever you want down on the inside of it there as well, a little tag, or just whatever you like. I thought I'd make another card then because I was really enjoying this. So I've layered up some pinks and greys and whatnot on here from the same paper pad, but what I'm trying to do is show you how you can use any of the paper that you have just with small patterns and whatnot. And this time I've cut out the large heart and part of the small one again, because the small scallop here, I'll actually just show you where I put that on the paper pad. So I knew I only needed the small scalloped part, and I strategically placed that so that I would get a flower on it and just put it here, and I didn't even need to waste some of the paper that I didn't need, so I didn't have to cut the heart out. I really just set this piece on and ran that through my die cutting machine, and that then means that I've got this beautiful heart that I can fold over like this, and I'll have the white piece showing, and then the smaller one here, and I fold those pieces back, and that just fits beautifully on there, and I've got another little pocket. Now obviously I could have used the bigger one and moved it down, but that one's exactly the right size just to have a short pocket in that as well. Now I'm going to glue all of that together and pop it on here. Finish this one off then just by adding lots of little tags in, and you could make hand cut ones or die cut ones or just whatever, and then Don't forget that you can actually just cut off the little tags altogether, the little side panels, the glue panels, and the little pocket part, and you can have just a big heart and a small heart to use on your cards or your craft projects. So there's lots and lots of different ways you can use that. Then I added some pink gems around the outside, and the reason I did that was not just to give it a bit of bling, but because I thought these two colours were quite similar. They're kind of pale, and I wanted to differentiate it and sort of mark where the end was. So I've added a little bit of bling, and it does two things there. So I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a very, very simple little die set to use, but really, really enjoyable. It makes such beautiful cards, and I'm sure you could use it with lots and lots of the papers and different things that you've already got. So thanks very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, as I said, and leave me a little comment if you can as well. My affiliate links will be down below, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that, and hit the notification bell. And I hope to see you back again soon. So thanks very, very much in the meantime. Happy crafting. Bye bye.